Since we've used this machine, sleeping beautifully, and I do not snore anymore.
Fantastic benefits for anyone that is suffering from hay fever, sinusitis, bronchitis, asthma.
At the moment, there is no evidence that using salt therapy replaces conventional therapy in any way.
Within the first night, I noticed a change.
It's on dinner tables across the country, but now salt is also being used as a therapy for breathing problems.
We were in and out of hospital for every 2 to 3 weeks.
As a baby, little Scarlett suffered with respiratory issues.
The first time she had croup was, of course, 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up and your child can't breathe. It's the worst feeling in the world.
At 8 months, Mum Rebecca took her to a paediatrician who diagnosed her with asthma.
She would get wheezy usually before bed, depending on the weather.
Now too, Scarlett's been on medication ever since.
And I said to the pharmacist, is there anything else you could suggest?
She was recommended salt therapy in the form of a small machine that blows fine salt particles into the air while Scarlett's sleeping.
I was very sceptical, and I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to work, but I was willing to try anything.
Within weeks, Mum and Dad noticed a difference.
We haven't had one episode since we've had the machine.
Salt therapy has been around for hundreds of years, but has only recently taken off in Australia, with salt rooms opening up across the country.
It's big in Europe. Lots of places have salt rooms where you can sit and inhale salt that's pushed through filters.
Now there's a machine that allows people to have salt therapy at home. Perth naturopath Val Allen was introduced to Salin Plus by her patients.
I'm really sceptical. The reason I became interested in this product was because 2 patients independently arrived with great results, and I wanted to know what had they been doing, and they both told me about the Salin product.
She's since recommended it to her other patients.
I've only had 2 people that didn't get good results out of maybe 50.
Val Allen says the machine helps people breathe easy by clearing the airways.
It enables the body to inhale these little salt particles that help drain and clear the mucus away from any of the upper respiratory areas.
Without actually testing the device in a randomised way, it's very hard to judge the claims that they make for it.
Professor Mark Everard from the Asthma Foundation has reservations.
It's not inconceivable. It may have some benefit in some people, but there's such a range of respiratory problems there with completely different mechanisms. It's hard to understand how it improves everybody.
The device is yet to be clinically trialled, and he's urging sufferers not to give up their prescribed medications.
The rationale and the testing of it still leaves a lot of questions, and certainly at the moment couldn't recommend it as a replacement for standard therapy.
How much medicine did she need for her asthma before?
The Ventolin, we were using probably 2 to 3 puffs a day.
Rebecca still gives Scarlett her preventative puffer, but she barely needs her Ventolin.
She hasn't had the Ventolin for months now.
It's designed to help anyone from babies of 2 days old to anyone.
We were having pretty crabby nights and waking up through the night.
For all their married lives, Kathy and Bob Haynes have both been snorers.
I used to just wake up during the night trying to get back to sleep, and Kathy snoring, so you see, Kathy roll over.
A pharmacy assistant, Kathy brought home the machine to see if it could help. Within a week, they say their nights changed.
Since we've had the machine, we sleep like babies and I don't snore.
With salt therapy gaining popularity, doctors say people shouldn't abandon their regular medication, but could try salt as an additional treatment.
If there is a benefit to some people and they're able to reduce their dose a little bit, well, that would be great. But my suspicion is that that's going to be relatively few patients.
Doesn't hurt to try it, won't hurt you, and you'd be surprised at the difference.
Hi, my name's Georgie and I've been a pharmacist for the last 15 years. I'm always on the lookout for new exciting products that come on the market, and one such product that I've just come across is called the Salin Plus machine. The Salin Plus machine is like a non-invasive nebulizer in that it radiates sodium chloride into your lungs at less than 5 microns. It's designed to be turned on in the bedroom at night when you go to sleep, and it radiates salt through your sinus down into your lungs so that it dissolves up any mucus or any congestion that you may have through the night, so that it can help you breathe better and improve your lung function. This machine might be beneficial for anyone with lung disease, breathing difficulties, sleep apnea, snoring, hay fever. Anyone who has breathing difficulties or has trouble sleeping at night might benefit from using this valuable machine. So I've been selling the device to mothers with children with asthma who have nighttime asthma coughs, because I find that by using this Salin Plus machine in their bedroom, it's helping them to breathe through the night, it's dissolving any congestion they might have on their lungs. I'm also selling the machine to people with emphysema. These people can't breathe very well, these people have very poor quality of life, and I'm trying to sell this machine to improve their quality of life. In my opinion, this machine works better to dissolve mucus in people's lungs and sinus than many of the common cough medicines on the market. This is the kind of machine that I believe is revolutionary, and I would encourage you all to get some information on this machine and to learn how it works and to find out all the benefits of using this machine.
Salin Plus, a dry saline air purifier, has been developed as an innovative and effective medical device that provides a non-invasive and complementary therapy for a wide range of respiratory conditions. The device contains a special filter packed with purified rock salt containing over 98% sodium chloride and other vital trace elements. If we look at the inflamed upper and lower airways, we see that the body's main defense system under these conditions is unable to move the mucus outwards. This congestion can lead to difficulty breathing, disrupted sleep, sinus pain, and increased risk of a respiratory or middle ear infection. Let's see what happens when you use Salin Plus every night while you sleep. The Salin Plus device will remove airborne pollutants such as dust, pet dander, smoke and odor, and quietly fill your room with a saline aerosol. When inhaled, the saline particles are small enough to travel deep down into the lungs. The presence of the sodium ion reduces airway and nasal mucus, assisting their swift removal from the respiratory passages. The sodium ion also reduces swelling and inflammation in the upper and lower respiratory passages, enabling the user to breathe more freely. Users will wake up feeling refreshed following a better quality night's sleep. A healthy respiratory system will improve your breathing and may help prevent infection. The scientific evidence for saline therapy as an effective complementary treatment has been established through numerous clinical studies carried out in Australia and Europe. The devices are designed to be used all year round, with a daily recommended use of 6 to 8 hours. There is no corrosive effect on the environment it operates in and no side effect on the user. Try Salin Plus today, risk-free, with its 60-day 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, and benefit from the positive effects of aerosolized saline on your body.
I had a bad case of sinusitis about 10 or 12 years ago and was given some drugs, heavy drugs, needed a couple of courses of medicine, and then thereafter had very bad postnasal drip. So I was getting a lot of mucus build up, wake up in the morning really congested, blowing my nose, coughing up mucus, and have really put up with it. Then got introduced to Salin and had it in the bedroom now for 2 or 3 months. Very, very big improvement, really good. Wake up in the morning feeling much less congested. When I exercise, when I go running or when I go cycling, I don't feel anything dripping down the back of my throat, which I've had in the past. So exercise is easier.
I was working in a high-rise CBD building. I found that during the afternoons or early afternoons I was getting feverish symptoms, sort of bordering on getting the flu, irrespective of the weather outside, and thought perhaps the aircon was a bit of a problem in the building, and it was an old building. So I was recommended to try Salin, and fortunately I had an office which is, I could close the door, could control the environment, and soon after I felt a lot better. Not that I felt ill during the mornings, but just in the afternoons I was getting through the day a lot better. And it sort of reminded me of my mother saying years ago when she'd take us down to the beach, breathe in that salt air, it's so good for you. And so I sort of reasoned that the Salin product was exactly that. It's doing that. I was breathing in salt air, and rather than the damaged air coming from the aircon.
When I'm lying down, the congestion settles on my chest and I cough a lot. And the Salin has been helping me with that, and also helping my husband. He's not having me coughing and keeping his sleep or disturbing his sleep. Now if I don't turn it on, he'll say to me, "Have you turned that thing on yet?" So that we both get a good night's sleep.
I've been a long time sufferer of sinusitis, something I have inherited from my father. My siblings have all got it as well, and yeah, I've just learned to live with it over the last 20 odd years. To be honest with you, it's just got progressively worse as I've got older. And with the Salin device, I was quite surprised, because up until then all I've ever used are tablets such as Sudafed, decongestants, the most powerful decongestants I can get pretty much, and I certainly don't fly without them. And the very first morning after using the Salin device, it was like I'd taken the most powerful decongestant ever. That lovely feeling when you get off a plane and your ears pop and everything starts to clear. All sinusitis sufferers will understand that one. That's exactly how I felt. I felt like I could just breathe again, and I felt like a great weight literally came out of my head. That's the best way to describe it. So yeah, it was really, really good.